Yeah. I would.
You would love
Problem is I don't like dogs. Not against dogs. I just don't like owning a dog.
Oh, man. So we think it's
Gotta
a
dump
dud.
the dog
It's a
on the
dud.
Chifos when we go on vacation. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's a dud, huh? Tiger versus Phil, a dud?
Where's your dog from again? We should do a show on where your dog is from, because that's where all the NFL players
My
come
dog,
from.
the breed originates from China.
No.
I
Where did
always
you
make
pick
fun of my
the-
dog. I say he's a job-stealing dog.
Where did you?
From China.
Where did you?
He doesn't like it when I say it. He starts growling at me.
Where did you pick the dog up?
We drove
Aliquippa,
Aliquippa, Pennsylvania.
which is
Famous
you brought,
for-
Okay, famous for. You brought him up before. You know who's from there?
Darrell Revis.
No, you brought him up before.
Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka.
Our prayers
Revis,
go out them.
and probably 72 other strong safeties in the NFL in our lifetime.
It's about 10 minutes outside of Pittsburgh.
So I have a book on my shelf that I have to read. I think it was S.L. Price from Sports Illustrated wrote it, and I'm always nervous on a sports book that's over 200 pages, because no matter how good it is, no sports book should be over 200 pages. Do you agree?
Yeah, you should
It's
be able
always
to
a
read
little
it
too
on a
long.
flight.
It's like
there and
season,
back.
right. It's like season 3 of Bloodline. It was one season too many, which we talked about on the car on the way.
Yeah, third season was
I've got a great book on that town, but it's like 400 and some pages, but I want to read it. It talks about that town, because that town was like textbook post-World War II town.
Steel
Town, and then just went into the abyss.
Yeah.
And now all they're known for is releasing guys into the NFL. I mean, like you said, Revis is from there. It's
been a couple of other ones.
Oh, it's
that come out
incredible.
of
It's
Aliquippa.
incredible. Pull it up on Wikipedia and go into notable
Yeah.
residents, and it's like, 3 mayors, 1 actor, and 72 guys in the NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, football's king out there.
And what is it? 20 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, something like that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Revis, I think Curtis Martin is from there, but I'm not sure.
Curtis Martin, I believe, is also from Aliquippa. Yeah. So it's we got an interesting weekend coming up. This whole thing, we touched on with Charlie about the Hall of Fame. Don't forget that Mike Mussina also got the 63.5, so he maybe is in line for.
Mike Mussina is that we could have fun with some of these other
He's
people.
controversial.
Mike Mussina is actually a great.
For me, I think
controversial-
he's in.
You think he's in?
Yeah, he dominated.
270
He was-
wins in the steroid small park era.
I give a lot of credit.
121 since
His
last
last season.
His last season,
He
he won 21.
dominated.
I give a
He
lot
won
of
19
credit
a
to the
bunch of
guys
times.
in the steroid era on the pitching side.
People make
Like
the
to
argument.
me, the Pedro year that he had in '99 with that, with the fiasco with McGuire and Sosa. When you strip that out as a baseball fan and look at the year Pedro had instead of the year that, that home run derby orchestrated because of the strike. I mean, you can make the argument Pedro had one of the greatest single seasons in Major League history, certainly in our lifetime.
When people are comparing Mussina's got 63.5, and they compare him to Schilling, who's got 50.1, and people say that Schilling was a better pitcher than Mussina.
Well, people love Schilling because of the postseason.
Yeah,
Right.
because of his postseason record. But that's an interesting
Now
comparison.
Schilling is also, Schilling is going to get hit with the
Politics.
Jeff Kent ugly stick, where just the writers hate him because he's nasty and he's
And the
not gonna,
politics.
he's just not going to drag any votes over. He'll keep the votes that the people who want him, but then when you get those swing votes, you can't tell me it doesn't matter.
So we're
When
thinking
you
out
look
of
at
the
Jeff Kent, who's one of the best second basemen of our lifetime, and what does he get? 15%. I mean, it's almost criminal. So I think that matters. But my question to you as a Yankee fan would be, Mussina, you have one vote, no joke. Mussina or Pettit? That's a good one.
I would go Mussina. Let's
I
bring
think
him up.
Mussina's had a better career.
Yeah.
I don't think Pettit. I think Pettit's going to be like in the 20s or
Me too.
teens.
I don't think Pettit has a shot. I think it's great New York chatter on these sports wires, but I think when all is said and done, Pettit doesn't have a shot.
So we're thinking the first time guys that are going to get elected are going to be Rivera and maybe Halladay and maybe Helton.
I don't think Helton's going to go in first. I actually think Martinez will get in.
So you think Edgar,
I think it'll be Mo, Halladay, and Edgar. That's it.
Mo, Halladay, and Edgar.
That's my guess. That's the 3 to go in this year.
I'm going to say
Helton's going to get
Mo.
get banged around because of the Coors Field negative.
Yeah, which isn't fair, but
It's not fair, but there was something to be said for it too. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, do you take it away in the Hall of Fame? But they'll penalize him.
But how did he hit on the road? That's the thing to look at. I think he was fine on the road. He was tremendous.
I'm going to say Martinez, Mussina, and Rivera.
Not Halladay. They make
Not
him wait.
Halladay's record was
They only have like 200 wins, something like that.
203, 105 with a 3.38 ERA.
We have like 2,200 strikeouts, something like that, maybe less. More than 2,000, I think I saw.
2,400.
2,400? No. that's
2,100.
2,100 strikeouts.
If I had to guess, I think that's going to be the some other people that are on this ballot that maybe are going to. Hey, your former Met outfield was on here, Jason Bay.
Yeah.
What do we think?
2%,
1%?
I don't know. If they organize a certain wing for disastrous contracts, he's in.
Kevin Youkilis.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Tejada was the best shortstop.
Love Tejada.
Arguably one of the best players in the league for a while.
You're talking Miguel, not Ruben.
Yeah, of course.
You got Roy Oswalt, who probably
A couple of,
163 wins.
he had a great 4-year period there.
3.36 ERA, which is pretty impressive. Derek Lowe, who obviously did it as a starter and then did it as a reliever. 176 wins.
I love reading the Hall of Fame ballot because you just get guys on there that you know have no shot, but you just laugh and you go, oh man, I really like that guy for whatever reason. You'll get like a Darren Oliver. Is Darren Oliver on this year or something like that? Give me some of the other guys that'll.
Darren Oliver's on.
I think he is. Yeah, I saw it when it came out.
He's got 119 wins. Actually,
For like 27 different teams.
Rick Ankiel, who I think
Yeah, Rick Ankiel, absolutely.
He's gonna try and make a comeback, I think.
Rick Ankiel,
which I thought was kind of odd.
obviously famous for the pitcher/outfielder move that he pulled.
Right.
Yes, because he had to, because he got the yips.
He got the yips. I was actually at that game. He got the yips against the Mets in 2000, right? The Mets beat them in the NLCS. The yips against the Mets then.
Todd Helton's going to
Right,
get
that was the Yankee Met World Series. He had the yips in the playoffs that year.
Todd Helton's stats are phenomenal.
Fantastic.
2,500 hits.
He's not going in first ballot.
369 in home runs, lifetime 316, but he's going to get dinged by Coors Field, right?
I think so.
Properly so.
Now you're going to be all right if Mo Rivera doesn't go in as a unanimous selection.
Who cares about that?
Should he go in as a unanimous? Really?
You got to be a royal jackass not to vote for him. Come on, let's be honest. And you got to be one of these sports writers that just has to be a contrarian and wants to get the phone call.
Joe, where are you on this?
He wants to get the phone call from Steve Summers.
I don't want to see it. Yeah, I know. We could talk about. Did we talk about that last time?
There's going to be a reporter out there, probably in like San Diego, who's pissed off that whatever they lost the Chargers moved to L.A.
No, the better analogy would be he's pissed off that it took Trevor Hoffman 3 years to get in.
What was the issue with Steve Summers?
Steve Summers. Oh no! That wasn't Hall of Fame. It was Jacob DeGrom.
It was
DeGrom.
Somebody didn't vote for
Yeah,
Jacob
the guy was
DeGrom.
like a high school baseball coach somehow, and I don't know. He was covering like high school baseball and didn't vote for DeGrom.
And he hung up on Steve.
He hung up on Steve Summers.
Boy, Steve Summers is still doing radio?
He's there every night. It's kind of an odd time for guys like us, right? We're not in the car.
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of Steve Summers?
No.
I haven't listened to him in years.
I think he's passed his sell-by date by a long time.
Yeah.
Holding that, he's holding that job a younger person can take. We got 50-year-olds here that would take that job. Right?
Yeah.
Can we get this 80-year-old out of the way? Open up a slot for a couple
It was a terrible
50-year-olds?
interview because he made the joke when the guy first got on the phone, and the guy was like fine with it.
Yeah.
But then when he said you're looking for your 15 minutes of notoriety, the guy got on his heels.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Had the guy done
And
a
they
little
said
bit of
you
research,
didn't pick up on my joke.
Yeah. Had the guy done a little bit of research, you would have seen that Summers has a little shtick to him, and he would have rolled with the shtick because it wasn't crazy not to vote for DeGrom and to vote for Scherzer. I mean, that's not an all-time ridiculous move, right?
I agree.
I mean, it's justifiable.
Right.
But he didn't realize the shtick. He thought that
I think
Summers
it was that
being
second
disrespectful
joke
at
that.
I mean, had he done a little bit of research, he would have realized that the shtick goes with it, and he would have kind of rolled with it because it's a defensible position. Now leaving Rivera off your ballot is an indefensible position.
True, but I don't want to see. But I do not want to see him unanimous. I don't. I just don't.
The highest percentage is Griffey.
Griffey and then Seaver.
Griffey was probably like 98 or 99.
Yeah, and Seaver was like Seaver was like 97 and change, and then Griffey went in at like 98 and a half.
I mean, I guess the only way you can.
I just don't want to see a reliever go in. I would find it comical. I just would. Call me crazy. I would.
Okay.
And there's going to be a couple of writers that are going to agree with that, so they're going to leave him off just to say he didn't go unanimously. Is that fair?
But if you were the sports writer that was going to leave off Rivera, you would justify it by saying, I would never vote a reliever on the first ballot because they don't have much of an impact. I mean, they don't have a greater impact.
Now all of a sudden I'm not as crazy because that's exactly what I would say.
A starter or a batter? I mean,
I just don't understand how a reliever. I get it. The greatest of all time. I get it. This is going to be the argument. This is going to be the argument going in until it's announced. I get it. But I just don't understand how a reliever can get that much street credit over an everyday player. I just can't. You call me crazy, but I don't think I'm alone in this.
I guess the way you would kind of
Joel Sherman took the other side of this, by the way.
Why would you ever vote for a starter? Because a starter impacts 175.
Correct,
Days.
but
A reliever could impact 3 out of 5, maybe.
Well, you could also make the argument that half the games Mo Rivera came into, the game was already impacted. It's coming in with the game tied or in the lead.
Okay, but he has more of an impact in terms of the amount of games.
That's
than a
correct.
starter.
I'm not arguing against Mo Rivera. You're not going to twist this on me. But I will say that there's no way. Yeah, if you're asking me, should Mo Rivera get more? If you're saying to me right now, they're on the ballot together and I get one vote, I would vote Greg Maddux over Rivera all day long.
Why?
Because he's a starting pitcher. I'm giving it to the starting pitcher. There's no choice about it. Starting pitcher controls the game. Sets the table.
Well, used to control the game. Now
Sometimes when Maddux
throw a guy
pitched,
in the pen for
when Maddux
2
pitched, he
innings.
did. Yeah, well, that's a great argument that you're bringing up because in 10 years the reliever may have as many. You know the way they value a chess piece, right?
Yeah.
If you ever play chess, they give it like a fictitious value. Like when you're in the exchange of material, they'll say like whatever, a bishop was worth 3.5 and a knight is worth 3, even though it really doesn't matter in the scoring. But that's how you should be thinking. So to your point, that might be the way it goes. Our grandkids could be watching games where the reliever means just as much as the starter because they each go 3 and the middle guy goes 3 also. But in the era of our lifetime, up until the past 2 years, the starter was the starter and the reliever came in and relieved what the starter set up or didn't set up. So to me, putting a reliever in the same conversation with starters is insane. Now, you get some credit on yes, he could come in 4 out of 5 days. I get it. Phenomenal player. Phenomenal citizen, unhittable, revered amongst his peers, had the great postseasons. Forget about the Diamondbacks and the game he blew against Cleveland that year. Whatever. 98.5% hit ratio in the postseason. I get it. But to me, I'm sorry, I'm just not doing it. Just the same reason that Edgar Martinez. A DH should not ever go up against an everyday player.
This one reporter who's going to leave Rivera off deserves to get shunned by his community, fired by his employer, and his wife should leave him.
Oh, wow. I disagree. Harsh. So then why didn't you say that about Griffey? Because it wasn't Mo Rivera. Exactly. That's my point.
And not voting for Griffey is pretty egregious, too. Even though the second half of his career was a little bit injury-prone when he went back to
Why shouldn't Maddux be unanimous? Give me the reason why he shouldn't be. If you're looking at, if you're looking, how many people vote? It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
What was Maddox's percentage? I mean, Maddox's percentage had to be up there, too.
94, 95, something
97.2.
Was it that high? There you go.
So how many people does that represent, you think? 2? Maybe 2?
How many voters are there, Joe?
Well, I think it changes.
Changes year to year?
It might.
I mean, I'm going to say that if 30 guys voted for the Cy Young, I mean, there's probably 5 guys that we read every day that have a Hall of Fame vote.
Yeah, so 555 voted.
There you go. I was going to say 250.
So what does that make it, 2 or 3? You guys are good at math.
550, well, 5 would be 1%.
6.
So 5 would be 1%.
So 15? 25 would be 95%. 25 guys vote no, you're going in at 95%, right? 55 would be 10%, so halve that. 25 guys say no, you're at 95%. So 25 guys said no to Greg Maddux. That's insane.
And who are these people?
I don't know. That's insane.
Who are these people?
Those are the guys who say I don't want them going in unanimously.
But now the ballot, I think,
No,
is...
it's like 15 guys said no to Greg Maddux.
Yeah.
It's 3% off 100.
Are the
1%.
ballots...
Well, he went at 97, so he wasn't 5%, he was 3.
Are the ballots public? They're public now, right?
I don't know if they're public, but I know that everybody puts their ballot out before they send it in. We'll have Mikey V on the week that he sends it in. He posts it all the time. Joel Sherman, I think, will post his, right?
They got to take away the voting for these guys that make these decisions that make you scratch your head. Unless they come up with a valid...
So here's another one. Now, wait, we already came up with the one idea for you. I've got number 2. If you vote no, and it's 95% or greater, you should have to go in front of a committee, explain why you voted no.
You should.
How about that?
Your local psychiatric board.
Joe, that would be a great sports radio show.
That might influence the vote. That's ridiculous.
We get 3 guys in and we say, you voted no for Mo Rivera. Why?
And if they don't like
Which is what Steve Summers tried. That's what Steve Summers tried to do.
All right, let me give you some tough...
He just botched it on the way in.
All right, let's talk about the Veterans Committee list. And let's go through that in terms of whether you think these guys should get in via the backdoor Veterans Committee. George M. Steinbrenner, yes or no?
No. He's got that one little situation that you Yankee
That
fans never
that felony
talk about.
conviction
Yeah.
for
That Howard Spear situation. No, he's not getting in.
What about Lou Piniella?
Changed a ton for the game though. Lou Piniella's a tough one. Didn't have the baseball career, he had the managerial career. Was Lou Piniella the manager of the Reds? He won the World Series with the Reds?
Yeah, he's pretty high up, I think, in career wins
Yeah,
for
no,
managers.
I know. He's a tough one.
Yes or no?
He's a tough one. He's
I
a
would say
tough
no.
one.
No?
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
What about Davey Johnson?
No.
Had a decent career as a player. Kind of a better career maybe as Joe.
No way.
Better than Joe Torre as
One
a...
of the greatest trivia questions of all time. Only guy
Last
ever to
out.
make the last out of a World Series and then come back and win the World Series with that team as a manager. How about
Probably
that?
has 300 career home runs as a player.
He was in the
No?
middle of a very, very, very fruitful lineup that's going to go against him. Right?
No?
Did he play with like Matthews and Aaron when they all had the?
That's a no.
Brooks
I'm going to
Robinson.
say no.
Charlie Manuel, I don't even know why he's on the list.
Charlie Manuel's even on that list. Okay.
Lee Smith.
Lee Smith is a tough one.
Probably got close.
Lee Smith was Mo Rivera before Mo Rivera was
Yeah.
Mo Rivera.
I think he was the career save leader for
yeah,
a
I
long, long
know.
time before he got...
That just shows that they still don't value the reliever, because if you told me the top 20 hits leaders, ex Pete Rose, they're all going to be in. The relievers, it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to say no. Harold Baines. Loved Harold Baines growing up. Is he still playing? Didn't it seem like he played for 72 years?
playing for the Long
My
Island
memories of the
Ducks.
70s are the Dodger infield being together for every single game and Harold Baines playing forever. I'm going to say no on Harold Baines. He's probably one of the leading compilers in the history of baseball. Played forever.
This next player, had
Go ahead.
Had he given the kids
Give me
candy
the
on
team.
Halloween, candy on Halloween would
What,
have a
Larry
better...
David? Somebody David?
Albert Bell.
Albert Bell.
Didn't he have some...
I don't remember
He was
that.
chasing some kids around his property on
He
Halloween.
was controversial.
Yeah.
No, Albert Bell doesn't get in.
Steroids, I would think, is going to be a little bit of an issue with him.
Talk about another guy who dominated in a 5-year window.
Will Clark.
Will Clark, I think the writers hate him. Wasn't Will Clark had a little bit of a nasty streak too, right?
Lefty hitting
Yeah,
first base
yeah.
and won a World Series,
Yeah.
I would assume, with the Giants,
Yeah, he
right?
won the World Series the year of the earthquake. Oh, no, they lost.
They
They
lost.
lost.
That's right, they
Time out,
lost.
they lost. I think he won the World Series with somebody else. Did he jump on with somebody?
Maybe towards the end of his career?
He was on the Giant team that lost the World Series, the
Huh.
'89 earthquake. That's the one the A's won, when they went 3 in a row.
Hershiser, I thought, was...
I
this guy
tell you what, you talk about great arguments.
probably has 200 wins, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
the problem
maybe
with
that.
Hershiser is he doesn't have the longevity, but in terms of absolute dominance.
Yeah, he dominated those
Did he
consecutive
beat them?
innings.
Did he beat them at 3 times
In that series?
in that series, and all complete games? Am I crazy?
Was that the year he had the streak?
That is the year he had the streak.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the streak was at the end of the year.
I could see him eventually getting in through the Veterans Committee. He's a well-liked player. Joe Clark.
Plus, he taught R.A. Dickey.
the,
He told R.A. Dickey to go to the Knuckler when they were with Texas.
Joe Carter's the last one on this list.
Joe Carter is a great argument. I don't think he has the numbers to get there. Dominant player, great player with the Indians, great player with the Blue Jays. Obviously, one of the more historic home runs of our lifetime. I'm going to say no.
You need 70.
I still say there's certain thresholds that baseball players have to get to before they consider them. Joe Carter doesn't have any.
You need 75% of the Veterans Committee too to get elected. I think they revamped the Veterans Committee.
I don't understand the Veterans Committee. You get bumped after your 10th year, and then how long are you on the Veterans Committee?
I don't know.
It's not that long.
I think it's prior Hall of Fame inductees are also on the Veterans Committee, along with some sports writers.
So, like, who are some big guys in our life that have gone? Didn't a guy a couple of years ago go in that was always on the cusp of the Veterans Committee?
Well,
put
Phil
him in?
Rizzuto got into the Veterans
Yeah,
Committee.
well, that was Phil Rizzuto was like Susan Lucci with the right with the enemy. Every year that conversation came up.
Did Torrey get in via the Veterans
I
Committee?
think he did. That might be the one I'm thinking
Yeah.
of, actually.
Torrey may have got into the Veterans Committee. Guys with Lee Smith looks like he topped out at 50% when he was on the regular ballot. Baines 6.1%.
Basically, Joe, what I think I'm saying is we wake up the day the results are announced, and I hear Mo Rivera's going in with 92%. I'm fine. Is that all right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is Jeter? Jeter's
It's gonna be
3
higher,
years
though.
into his 5-year.
Jeter is the year after Mo Rivera.
So next year will be
Next
Jeter.
year, absolutely. There was a 1 year
I
left.
mean, if anybody deserves to be unanimous, it should be Derek Jeter.
You shut down every stadium for Mo, and then you shut down every stadium for Jeter.
Who deserves it more to be unanimous, Mo or Jeter?
Based on what I'm thinking, I would.
Jeter.
The answer is neither, but I'll go Jeter.
Jeter?
Yeah.
You think Jeter's got a better chance?
Why
of
would
getting
Jeter
unanimous?
have to be unanimous over some of the other players?
He's Derek Jeter.
There you go.
Like the Yankees.
That's exactly. There's your answer.
I saw a picture
Got
on
one of the national endorsements.
Yeah, I
The
follow.
Ford Edge endorsement.
I follow Posada's wife on Instagram. And she
Of course you do.
Yeah.
And she posted a picture on Thanksgiving. Derek Jeter and his lovely wife and their daughter were at the
Right,
Posadas
Posadas, the core four.
having
Core
turkey,
four,
having
breaking it
turkey.
up. Are you still eating turkey? What are you doing? What's the Mazza refrigerator look like?
I've had a nice turkey sandwich the last couple of days. I put a little turkey, a little stuffing, and then a little cranberry. A nice little brioche roll, very nice. I plan on having another one today. The question is, can I stretch it? Can I stretch leftover turkeys beyond Sunday?
Yeah. What's
Beyond
the
that?
what's the
etiquette now?
Joe? What's the
Questionable?
health issue here?
I just think
What's
turkey,
the CD? When the CDC's done with romaine, what do they say about 5-day-old turkey?
I think as a food in general, turkey's just not that great of a food to
It's got to be dry.
Well, what am I going to do with
Day
those leftovers?
four?
Huh?
make soup.
Make soup.
I don't know. Chop it
It's
up.
not dry.
Hi, here, you put it in the microwave. The dark meat.
Dark meat does.
Slap a little skin on there too.
Yeah.
The skin is
Oh,
the
the
best.
skin's great, of course.
The skin is the best.
Don't tell your cardiologist about that, but you are correct.
The white meat you could theoretically turn into like a chicken salad, put a little mayo in there,
Yeah,
and
nothing
make it
wrong
into
with
a
that.
sandwich.
Oil.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
I
that.
mean, I hate to waste all that food.
I hate
Question is
wasting
how
food.
much
hate
can you
it.
stretch it for?
I can't stand wasting food.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
I fried
My wife knows
my
it, too.
free turkey. You know, ShopRite gives
We
you
try
free
not
Yeah,
turkey.
yeah, yeah.
I fried it on Friday. Got the deep fryer out.
Oh,
How'd it come out?
the peanut oil?
I didn't go peanut oil.
Would you go
It's too
canola?
expensive, peanut oil.
And it's hard to find,
Where
too.
do you buy it?
It's hard to find.
Gotta go on Amazon. No, I just did regular corn
Canola?
oil. 4 gallons you need. It's
How-
such a waste.
How big was the turkey?
13 pounds.
And how long did it take to fry up?
45 minutes. It's nice, but you can't just fry one turkey. It's ridiculous. All that oil. Like, you get everything set up, you gotta fry at least 2 to 3 turkeys. But,
How does
You
it
get the use
taste?
out of the
It's good.
oil?
nah, I just put it back in the containers and I gotta figure out how to get rid of it. Anybody wants oil with turkey fat in it, come to my
Yeah.
house.
This seems like quite
Can't
a
pour it
schlep.
down the sewer?
It
For,
is.
yeah, no,
It
you
is.
can't. I don't think you
Can't
can.
pour it
No.
down the sewer at the corner of the house? At the
No,
corner?
I don't
At
think
night?
so. At night.
Imagine he gets we SocGen employee gets arrested for illegal dumping. Joe, what were
Illegal
you dumping?
dumping of his, used
Canola
canola oil.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could save it from year to year.
It has to, I looked it up. You have to strain it, get all like
That's not worth
part.
it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's not worth it.
Save $25.
So the little snack you made on a Friday is a
2 hours.
bigger undertaking than anyone who cooked on Thursday.
You could have
Probably.
taken some of those vegetables and kind of breaded them and fried them after the turkey.
Oh yeah, 350 degrees. That thing's. I have video of it. It's nice. It's bubbling hot. It's nice.
Or you could have done it like the state fair. You could have done fried Oreos and
anything.
fried Twinkies. Fried everything.
I should have done that. You're right.
Oh.
Allison, get the breadcrumbs.
Did you do the macaroni before the?
Yes, my sister bought
Is this
stuff-
it? Are you
stuffed
done?
shells. I would have pulled the plug on the pasta as a course, but she bought
Can't
stuffed
break the
shells. It was easy.
tradition,
Just
man.
pop them in the oven. What's your favorite dish? What do you like? Are you a stuffing guy? Are you a mashed potato
Well,
guy?
I went. My brother-in-law cooked. He's phenomenal at it. Every other year he does it. It's great. Makes a lot of really good stuff. Makes a great stuffing.
The stuffing?
Yeah, I think stuffing is the universal. Stuffing would go in unanimously if there was a Turkey Hall of Fame.
Stuffing is.
Stuffing is the Greg Maddox of the.
If you had to rank the size, I think stuffing's going to be the top.
I think
three.
everybody loves to grab the stuffing. Everybody feels it's a great cheat day. Even people who watch their carb intake, they're like, I'm gonna have that stuffing.
What about your favorite dessert on Thanksgiving? Are you
I'm an apple
Pump-
pie guy. You give
apple?
me that warm apple pie, I swear to God, I don't understand how anybody ever
a
says
pumpkin
no.
and pecan or higher? ranked
Really, I like the
in my
warm
eyes?
apple
I like
pie
all of them.
right in front of the game, and then at the very end of the dish, you kind of run your finger through that cinnamon. Oh, come on, man!
I've been eating
You kidding me?
pecan pie the last 2 nights.
You're
Warm
really
it up?
crazy.
Warm it up in the microwave for like 15 seconds and put a little dulce de leche ice cream on top
There
of
you
it.
go.
Boom, bingo. Sayonara.
Cooking with
Put the-
Tony.
You do stuffed mushrooms?
My sister bought stuffed
Yeah, I love
mushrooms.
stuffed
Yeah,
mushrooms.
I got a couple of those left over still in the fridge.
Right now, whoever's listening is like, these two idiots haven't talked hockey in 6 weeks. I'm listening to
I don't even know what's going on with hockey.
the Rangers are playing better than we thought. We'll have to get a hockey guy on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devils are young.
I'll make a prediction. The best player in the league is going to be either a Canadian or a Slavic or
There
a
you go.
Russian. Are the Rangers doing good? I don't even know.
We gotta get a hockey guy on.
Are we looking? No, we're not like an Olympic year, right? We had the
No.
the Winter Olympics for last year. Big
No.
soccer day today.
Who's in?
You got the return leg of the Copa Libertadores. We have Boca Juniors against River Plate, big Argentinian rival. The game was supposed to be yesterday, and the River Plate fans attacked the Boca Juniors bus with tear gas and broke out the windows.
I saw the headline. I didn't know what that was.
And the game,
I saw it on Twitter.
and the game got
Boca
posted.
Juniors get attacked. I thought it was meaning students.
Crazy.
In Boca Raton,
Yeah,
Florida.
well, I didn't know what it was. I didn't click on it because we were walking in, but I saw the headline.
Yeah, that's.
I also saw a headline on Dwight Howard, which we haven't covered on the show. If anybody wants to look at that
You
trending.
can't go there, I don't think. But so it got postponed until today. That's a big thing in South America. The fans go crazy, and they attacked the players' bus. They broke the windows. They tear gassed them.
Ridiculous.
They had originally delayed the game for a couple hours yesterday, but then they decided not to play yesterday and play today. So.
Bob, did you watch Tony's new recommendation? My Brilliant Friend?
No, I have not.
Excellent.
I told you, I'm in a Madman binge.
So you like
Madmen binge.
I like the Neapolitan dialect. It's,
Excellent. Very well
coming
done
of age.
show.
Yeah.
I'm
Very
gonna have to
well
break
done
down all of Mad Men when I'm over with this thing.
We finished the show last night, me and Christine. We watched Bodyguard on Netflix, which is a BBC show. Very good. Kind of like a spin on like Homeland Season 1 and 24. Very good. Very suspenseful. I would recommend it. I think it was like 6
See
or
my
7.
buddy that love Wild Wild
6 or
Country
7.
right now. He's like, oh, Bodyguard.
Yeah. And I'm going to stick to my recommendation from last week, Homecoming. Half-hour episodes, Julia Roberts on Amazon.
She's in a couple of things now, right? She
As
was
soon
in
as
a
she's
bunch
got
of
movies
commercials.
coming
Yeah,
out.
she was in a bunch of commercials Thanksgiving.
I saw Coming Attraction when A Star Was Born. When we went to go see that movie with the movie where Christian Bale is playing Dick Cheney. Vice.
Right, she's in that?
No,
Okay.
she's not in that, but she's.
They were showing that during the Dallas, Washington game.
That Coming Attraction looks good. Adam McKay is the director. He did The Big Short, the movie. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff heating up now. You got the holiday season, you got movies getting issued out and stuff. So it's heating up, and TV's always there. Try and give you some good recommendations.
It's through the holiday season.
I don't steer
Keep you out of the malls.
Where do you want these Christmas movies they pop out every year? Whether it's Charlie Brown or
We watch
Rudolph the
like,
Red-Nosed Reindeer.
It's
Oh.
a Wonderful Life.
Oh, well, the classics?
Yeah.
Must watch. Must.
Which ones are must watch for you?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. There's no way I'm ever turning that off.
I used to love that growing up.
I mean, there's just nothing better. Burl Ives, The
Frosty-
Abominable Snowman, The
Frosty the
Dentist.
Snowman?
Absolutely, all of them. Year Without a Santa Claus, Heat Miser,
Where you
Wonderful
want
Life.
Charlie Brown?
Not as much. I loved Rudolph growing up. I love that.
What's
love
your
that.
you
When
got
that girl left him, when that stuff came off his nose, Clarice, she made fun of him. Still bothers me. That was the first of bullying.
We'll talk Christmas shopping next week.
Sounds good. Where are we? Are we up against it?
Yeah.
All right. Let's hope next week, for the sake of the booth, that Tony's not still eating the turkey sandwiches from Thanksgiving. All right. Thanks for joining us. Mazza Radio, beautiful Teaneck, New Jersey. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
By the jazz and what's
We
more
can take a break
on
post the
WFDU.
job.
We didn't do anything. We went out and hard.
It went straight on.
Who's that? Is that our Facebook? We're going to go into an extended session.
Extra time?
Extra time.
We're over.
Study.